Kia ora all, this is an edit out Makara on our first boat mission. So this is a little dive whip that P and I brought for these exact missions, a little Senator IS380 with a little 20 HP. So we went for a cruise, thought we'd get in. We just put a sounder in, so wanted to koha a few fish to my mate who put it in. So jumped in, started plugging a few butterfish to get some fish on the board. It was about 4 meters hazy viz, which is pretty stock standard in wellies, so just another day. We got a few butters on board, which was nice, and the diving wasn't too hard. This is something Peter's really good at, actually looking for crayfish and then popping up and plugging a fish at the end of that. A lot of the time when I try to do that, I do them both poorly, so I need to personally focus on either shooting fish or looking for crays. His little 90 does the damage, real easy to maneuver and get some kai on board. I dropped down this nice little clearing and just happened to land on top of a few paua, which was always a nice surprise, so popped a few. And same again, I came across this kinna bed, but don't worry guys, I'm a bit too plastic that I don't eat any of the kinna. I'd rather use them as burley, but saw this paua, gave it a quick side measure, ka pai, and popped it off. Here Pete had spotted a cray and he'd already dropped his gun, so just a nice long breathe up. Remember, the crayfish isn't going anywhere, so don't rush, make it count and keep your eyes on the crayfish. And just dropping down to grab it. He swaps hands because he realizes that there's a better angle with his left hand and that the crayfish had nowhere to go, so it was a nice tidy grab. On the way back to the boat, I did a couple of drops just close to our anchor because it's something I always do just in case, and I came across a school of moki, saw the biggest, lined it up, pulled the trigger but got the bunt, so I don't know, I was up, did a quick breathe up and then dropped down the same spot to see if they're still around, and they were, but the bigger models had gapped it, so I just spent a while trying to see if they'd come in. And then just eyeing up which one was the biggest before selecting it and shooting it. Something I love about spearfishing is being selective. So Pete is just double checking that his gun's fully unloaded here before putting it on the boat. Don't make that mistake or getting back to shore. Always check your gun and then just popping up, so it's a perfect little dive boat. It's going to serve us well. Then we decided to have our first kind of fishing mission, and we just found some sign on the fish finder and dropped our rods. Boom, the boat's first fish, a nice tarakihi, and we were chuffed. Not long after that, we started pulling in some snapper, which blew our mind. We're fizzing. And then the snapper kept coming, and some decent size ones too. So we decided that we'd had more than enough kai, set a timer. We ended up actually stopping fishing because we'd got more than enough. And then glassy waters and a nice cruise back in on a beautiful Makara night. What a mission, living the dream.